So I guess I'll go first. So my first job was actually an attendant to a salad bar at a burger joint. And it was excruciating because I just sat there, and every time someone used the salad bar, I had to like go back and clean it up or refill the, I knew I didn't want to do that for a living, for sure.
All right.
What was yours?
Well, my first job, I was a busboy at Maurice's restaurant in the Bourbon Orleans Hotel. What I worked in was white tablecloths, fine dining, and it's just a different experience there now. But I was a busboy, later a waiter, and did pretty well in there.
My first job was at my family restaurant, the House of Lee, and I cleaned the salt and pepper shakers for $2.50 an hour.
Wow. My first job, I grew up in Wisconsin. Both my grandparents were farmers, so I grew up working on the farm, whether that was baling hay, hanging tobacco, milking cows, all as a kid. My first sort of real job was I was an auditor for the Department of Transportation in Wisconsin. So.
I wanted to be a concert pianist.
Wow.
I was going to be in art, yeah.
I wanted to be a rodeo guy.
Wow,
so
you're just getting cool.
ride horses and ride bulls, those kind of things.
A doctor. I think that's what they all thought I was going to be was to go to med school.
So when I was 10, that's about the same time as John F. Kennedy was just kicking off the space, and I wanted to be an astronaut.
I don't have too many of those, but I guess I would say that as a professional artist and designer, I have a surprisingly low amount of formal training. But I also have a thing where I like to have my birthday parties centered around food items.
I love it.
So
Love
I've
that.
had like a rice-themed birthday party before. Everybody brings a dish of rice. And then this year, I'm going on a chicken nugget tour of the city of New Orleans.
Wow.
Yeah,
Exactly.
had my eye on that pin.
Well, I come from a law enforcement family, and I spent about a decade in law enforcement. So big jump from now what I do for a living now in economic development. But I loved it. I loved every minute of it, and would probably still be doing it.
I am a big Formula One fan, and when people find that out, they always seem surprised. So I love the history of it. I love following the drivers, and every weekend when they have a race, I always watch it. It's exciting to me.
Fun fact, we're both CPAs.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Fun fact, I have a twin brother. He lives in Chicago, and he's also works in healthcare. So.
Oh, let's see. I would say J-Lo. Because when I was younger, people used to say I reminded them of, her. She's one of my favorites.
Who would play me in a movie? I would say Denzel Washington, because Denzel has picked up my good looks and my smooth demeanor. Okay.
Go ahead.
I have no idea. I don't think anybody would want to make a movie about kids.
See, I would say a really young, good-looking actor.
You want to go first? You've got more lessons.
Oh, I've learned plenty. Listen to the people you're least likely to listen to, because you can always find something interesting.
Good one. I think for me, you can have a strategic vision, you can have a value-based mission, but it really has to be vision-oriented. That's for the people around you.
I have learned a lot, but I think, honestly, the biggest lesson is that success is relative. I think it's easy to say, like, wow, I make a ton of money, or wow, I have a thriving business, looking at the numbers and the consumers and clients. But do you have any free time? Do you like what you do? Are you happy every day? And just finding a balance of all the things is sometimes surprising that maybe truly being what successful is.
I think for me, staying nimble. There is no direct line to that success, right? That long-term peak of your career. You got to constantly evolve, right? You got to innovate. You got to evolve. You can't stay stagnant.
No.
And surround yourself with people who always don't think like you.
Oh. Bigger industries come here that our children can actually grow up and stay here.
It's on my mind all the time. I'd wish that we didn't have hurricanes for the next 10 years and that the insurance crisis would get solved and you would be able to watch us grow. Nobody would be able to stop us.
Sewage water boards, streets, they just need to figure out how to manage this stuff.
I've gone away and come back several times. And what I've seen in other places and what I'm starting to see here now is maybe over the next 10 years, continued improvement in quality of life.
Along those lines, just a vibrant economy, excellence in education and healthcare, and really a thriving economy.
So I think for me, I hope that she fulfills her promise of what she can do. I think that I would be great to see healthcare solutions in terms of health disparities, in terms of the children and the infants here, and actually be the leader nationally in actually creating those solutions.
I would love to see a continuation of community-based arts programs for younger kids so that it's just like a nice third place for them to be. I feel like we're a city that's a thriving arts city, and I just would love to see it continue to be more reflective through what's going on in the community.
I mean, New Orleans is one of the most interesting, amazing cities in the world, and I hope that we all realize that and work together to make it a better place with less crime where we're working together.
Yeah, for me, I think one of the most important things for New Orleans over the next few years is to continue to build the entrepreneurial ecosystem that John Atkinson and the folks at Idea Village and others in New Orleans have been doing. I mean, they've done an incredible job, but we have a long way to go.
I'm going to take a little twist to this. One, for me, it's New Orleans, but it's also the region, and really continuing to be that beacon for innovation and inclusion.
Yeah.
But we got to get a lot of things right, and it does come down to leadership, and that this place is a beacon for that type of innovation, not only in political leadership, but business leadership, and continuing development of just the awesome culture and sense of inclusion that we have in New Orleans and the region.